Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here again. Today, going to show you guys how to play Gold Dust Woman by Courtney Love and Hole, the band's cover of the classic Fleetwood Mac track from Rumours. Now, while I love 90s era grunge, there's not many grunge or grunge-like alt-rock type covers of classic rock tracks that tend to do much for me personally. This one, however, I like a hell of a lot, probably because I like the original so much. Now, though of course much heavier than the original, Courtney, a huge Stevie Nicks fan, poured everything into this one and even got a couple of big thumbs up from Stevie Nicks herself on this cover, stating that while maybe a little bit heavy for her taste, it holds the spirit and the feel of what the band was going for on the original way back in 1977. And speaking of the original, I did a tutorial for that one yesterday, and I'll link to it down below in the description box if you'd like to learn that version as well. And with that said, let's learn how to play this version of Gold Dust Woman by Hole and Courtney Love. Right then, Hole and Gold Dust Woman. We are in double drop D tuning for this one. So take your standard tune guitar, drop your low E string and your high E string both down a full step to D. 4 middle strings, standard tuning. So this one starts with bass, playing something like this, and then the guitars kick in, right? So we just kick in with an open D power chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, again, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the first verse starts. So we're going to hit that open D power chord again, nice and light. Rock on, gold dust woman. And we're going to drop into a single finger power chord here, a G power chord at the 5th fret position. We're going to move it into C at the 10th fret position, back to the 5th fret position, and then back off to open D again. Rock on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon, dig your grave. Right, a quick little couple of chugs of that open E. Bum, bum, bum. Then you're going to drop onto this A sharp power chord here at the 8th fret position. Bum, ba, da, 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 ba, ba, ba. And then back off to D again, right? And then we're into the second line of the verse. Ba, G, C, back to G, and again. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, da, 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 bum, bum, ba. Now we're going to do another verse, but we're going to drop into this. Right? And we're going to repeat that twice. So what we're doing here is a little double stop here on the 7s of the G and the B. Just going to catch the G and the B string. You're going to move that up to 12 and reverse it. Then you're going to drop onto the 13 of the B. Right? And then back to the 12s. Back to the 7s. Right? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, da, 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 bum, bum, bum. And then you're going to repeat that. Let them ring together. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. And then we're leading into the chorus. We're going to ride this open D. Ba, da, 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 da. So what we're doing here, we're going to repeat that little riff progression twice during the first chorus. We're going to repeat it 4 times during the second chorus. So we're dropping off to an A sharp power chord here, and we're going to ride it up to C. So you're going to keep your pinky there on the 3 of the D string, right, while you move that A sharp up to B. Now up to C and off to D. Right, you can drop into a D here, leave the high E string open. You can just, it's all open D, right? Bum, 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 C, D. Again. And then we're into this. going to repeat that 4 times. So D chord, just riding down the bottom 5 strings, right? Keep your pinky planted there on the 3, and then drop onto that A sharp on the 1st fret of the A string, and just back and forth 4 times. And kind of skip over the A string on your way down when you're in D, right? And then back into the next verse. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let it ring. And then we're back into this again. Into another chorus. A sharp, B augmented, C, D. Repeat 4 times. Pick up the pieces and go home. And then we're back into picking those notes again, right? D to A sharp. That goes on for quite some time. Just doing that, right? Just that D to A sharp. And then there's a little solo that's going on over top of this. Something like that, right? All on the B string. 10 off to 8. And then 6 off to 3. 1 back onto 3. And repeat that like 3 times. And then after you repeat it 3 times, you do something like this. Up to 13, and then back to 6, back to 3, 1 on to 3. And then that again, right? And it just kind of continues until fade out. And that's it. That is how you play Gold Dust Woman by Courtney Love and Hole. Certainly hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful, and if you did, please hit that like button right down there. Maybe drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that'd be very kind. Hope you're well out there, and we'll see you next time, yeah? Cheers.